In today's video, we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis and what you can do at home to help relieve some of the symptoms and to help support your current treatment plan. Hey guys, okay, so today we're going to talk about plantar fasciitis, and basically this is the ligament that attaches the heel to the toes and that becomes inflamed. And what I'm going to show you is basically what I am able to do as a strength conditioning coach and what you can basically do at home as well. But it falls within my lane, or falls within my legal capabilities, okay? And I'm not going to say, the things I'm going to show you today are going to, absolutely 100% cure your plantar fasciitis, but it's definitely going to help, especially if you already are getting some sort of treatment plan by a manual therapist. So I'm going to show you a few different things here. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so the first thing here is we're going to actually try to break up tissue in the bottom of the foot. Now, that doesn't actually happen, okay? But it doesn't clear up adhesions or anything like that. You actually need a manual therapist to get in there and do that. But that doesn't mean that this can't help a little bit, at least getting blood flow into the area for preparing our body for what's going to happen next, okay? So now I'm using a tennis ball here. You can use, if you want to start out maybe a little bit easier, because this does hurt, especially for those who are inflamed, like a water bottle that's full. Or if you want to take it to the next level, you can use a beastie ball. It's basically a tennis ball with spikes on it. That's in my house because I use that every night when I watch TV. The other thing is I'm also sitting on a chair and I'm pushing down on the ball, but you could stand up and add a little bit more tension that way, okay? So a great quote I read the other day from Dean Somerset is, when you're rolling, you want to pretend you're driving a Lamborghini over a speed bump. That's how slow you want to go, okay? You want to be focused when you're actually rolling and not just flying through it just to, the sake of getting it done. Okay, so I'm rolling my foot here. I'm rolling all parts of my foot, getting in there. You're also going to roll your calves, hamstrings, quads, hips, and glutes. It's all connected, guys. I'm not saying, well, actually I am saying that chances are your plantar fasciitis potentially could be a byproduct of something going on up the kinetic chain. May or may not. People who, like I said, stand all day on their feet, athletes, those who are, jumping a lot or running a lot, that could obviously spark an episode here. So I want you to roll calves, hamstrings, quads, hips, and your glutes as well. So the next aspect, the next phase of this, I'm going to show you a pails and rail stretch for the toes. Okay, so for the pails and rails stretch here, what I want you to do is tuck your toes underneath, so you basically are flexing your toes, tightening up the ligaments in the bottom of your feet here. And you're just going to sit back as far as you can to get that stretch. And I want you to hold this for about 2 minutes. When you're holding this, make sure you're taking a real big deep breath, filling your pyramid or 3D breathing. Exhale nice and slow and try to relax into this stretch. The second phase of this, what I want you to do is irradiate. What I'm talking about here is full body tension. So in order to create full body tension, I usually tell my clients to squeeze their glutes, squeeze their quads, squeeze their fists so you can see your forearm, your bicep, and your shoulder, and even your chest activate. That's irradiation. So this is going to be work. So you're going to radiate, get nice and tight, and then while you're radiating, you're pushing your toes down into the ground. Taking nice shallow breaths. And you're going to do that for about 30 seconds. For the next 30 seconds, you're going to continue to radiate, and you're going to try and pull your toes up off the ground. It's not going to happen, but I want you to try to do so anyway. And you're trying to sit back even further, decreasing the angle between your toes and the top of your foot, okay? So pull those toes up, pushing back with the hips. And then the last phase, the fourth phase, you're going to just relax into a deeper stretch for about 2 minutes once again. Real big deep breaths and relaxing exhales. All right, gang, so after you've done the rolling, you've also done the stretch. I'm just going to do a little bit of mobility here, and we don't use our feet enough. So first of all, if you can walk barefoot as much as you possibly can around the house, even at the office. If you can do that, that'd be great. The more you can walk barefoot, the better chance you have of strengthening all the muscles that are basically not really used when you have a heel like this. And I don't normally buy shoes that have a pretty thick heel. Now, luckily it does have a flat sole, but I like the look of these, and yeah, that's my excuse. Anyway, so if you can walk barefoot as much as you possibly can, that'd be great. In the meantime, while you're watching TV at night, what I want you to do is start out and just try to spread your toes apart. And I'm not great at this. Actually, I'm not good at this at all. If you Google spreading your toes apart, I'm sure you'll find a lot better YouTube videos than what I'm doing or displaying right here. So I need to really work on this. Basically, what I'm trying to accomplish here is, here's my toes, I'm trying to spread them apart. Okay, right now I don't have that activation, I don't have that connection, because I haven't done it in forever. So my body has basically dropped that movement pattern because I've told my body I don't need it. So what I'm going to try and do now is, well, after this video is done, is try to work on this and increase my ability to spread my toes. Okay, so again, you're just trying to go from here to here. Now, even though I didn't give you a great demonstration, I'm still trying to do it. I am now trying to rework those neural pathways. Okay, so from there, next thing you do is raise your big toe off the ground. Keep the other 4 toes on the ground. Do that for about 10 reps, and then keep your big toe on the ground, and raise your other 4 toes. So as you can see, if I'm talking and doing this at the same time, it's not great. And you can also see that this toe lags behind. It doesn't get nearly as high as its counterpart on this side. Okay, so I gotta really work on that. And then once you can do that, you're gonna work on like playing the piano almost, where you can start from like one side and just raise up each digit individually. Now I'm not even going to demonstrate that because I can't do that, but these are the things that you should be doing when you're watching television at night, taking advantage of any time you have to work on mobility, because as we age we will lose it, especially if you don't use it. Okay, so guys, that is it, I think, for now. There's a bunch of other things I can show you, but I think that's good enough for today to get you guys started. Alright guys, that just about wraps up today's video on plantar fasciitis. I hope you guys got something from it. Again, the things I showed you today are well within my legal capabilities as a strength coach to share with you, but at the same time, they are not to replace your current practitioner program, or if you don't have a practitioner, this will not cure or treat your issue. It may help. From a lot of the clients that I've worked with, this definitely does help, but I would highly recommend you seeking out a manual practitioner who can really get in and separate the tissue much more so than a ball, even a beastie ball, can do. And if you have anybody or you know anybody that is suffering from plantar fasciitis, please do me a solid, share this video with them. In the meantime, subscribe to my channel, visit NathaneJackson.com, where the Lazareth program just launched, and it's a pretty kick-ass program if I don't say so myself. 6 months, strength training, nutrition, restoration, and mindset, my 4 pillars of health. And until next time guys, have a great day. Take care.